Hello everybody, this is my final stop at the United Nations Cemetery in Busan, South Korea. We just laid the wreath over there. I'm not sure if you can see the flags of the 16 nations and the five medical aid, five that provided medical aid. And over there you see the peace sign, right? Because ultimately that's what they fought and died for. You know, they wanted freedom. They wanted to safeguard peace on this peninsula. And so I'm really honored to be with Dan and John. Dan is the general counsel of the U.S. Embassy in Busan. And John is director of international affairs at the United Nations Cemetery. And they're, of course, he's American, but John is also American from New York. So John, I'll just ask you first just to kind of give us an explanation of the layout of the wall of remembrance. So if you can look. Mm-hmm.
Are we going to have
Yes.
So there's the wall itself has all of the names of the UN forces who died during the war.
Okay.
40,896 exactly, listed in alphabetical order, which we'll see.
How many? I just want to emphasize how many.
Yeah. 40,896, and that's
okay, everybody.
UN forces.
40,800. Okay, and among how many are Americans?
About 90% of those, so about 37,000 are American.
So this is a reflecting pool, just
right.
like in Washington D.C. in the Korean War Memorial. There's a reflecting pool, and as all of you know, I'm trying to help build the wall of remembrance there that would add the names of the more than 36,000 Americans who died, as well as the 8,000 POWs and even 7,000 Koreans who fought in the American Army as part. They're called Katusas. So we are this is going to be a very, very solemn experience because it's very different when you see a number versus when you actually see the names. So Dan is going to also, oh, by the way, Dan?
Yes, Hannah.
Dan is very good at reading Korean. So Dan, if you can recite this poem in Korean and John loudly in English.
Sure.
This is the Wall of Remembrance, 유엔군 전몰 장병.
네. 우리의 가슴에 님들의 이름을 사랑으로 새깁니다. 우리의 조국의 님들의 이름을 감사로 새깁니다.
And John?
We engrave your names in our hearts with love. We inscribe your names in our land with appreciation. In eternal remembrance of the fallen UN forces in the Korean War.
Yes, everybody. All we can do is engrave their names in our hearts. So here we go. Australia, Belgium, Ethiopia. Oh, Colombia. Sorry, Colombia. Canada. Sorry. Ethiopia, France, Greece, Luxembourg, Netherlands, New Zealand, Norway, Philippines, South Africa, Thailand, Turkey, more than 3,000 Turkish veterans, United Kingdom, more than 1,000 from the United Kingdoms, my British grandpas. And the United States of America.
And we have 37,000 or so, John?
Right, yeah, and the thing I like to point out to visitors, we've just walked past now all of the other UN countries. The US is last alphabetically. It begins here and continues to the end of the wall. It goes around the back and to the end. The rest are American, listed by state alphabetically.
Listed by state, so it starts with Alabama. And What does this mean to you, Dan? I know you. I mean, you're here representing America. I mean, these are our grandpas.
Yes. I guess to me, as the representative of the United States, I come here and I studied here a long time ago, and I think about, we talk a lot about in Korean the Hanmi Dongmeng, the U.S.-Korea alliance, or the Hanmi Hyolmeng, the U.S.-Korea blood alliance, blood oath. And you can't get any more central to that than right here, right? I mean, this is honoring those people who sacrificed everything to forge that friendship, to forge that alliance. And you know, I've been here as consul in Busan not 3 months, and this is my 5th time here. And every time for different types of ceremonies and memorials, and every time I come here, it hits me. You know, this is, if we want to talk about the foundation of the U.S.-Korea friendship and alliance, we're standing on it.
And I just paused here because I went to every single one of these states
That's right.
pay tribute to all the grandpas and their fallen comrades. And I know you're from Connecticut.
Yes, I grew up mostly
So
in
I
Connecticut.
just wanted to pause here and just say thank you to those from your hometown, your home state. There's quite a few. There's too many. From Connecticut, everybody, I'm so sorry, but Connecticut's not a big place.
It's a small state. Yeah.
It's a small, tiny
state.
place. And it's one full panel,
We've got
actually.
and
Two.
1.5, I guess.
Yeah.
John, correct me if I'm wrong. We've got 50 states plus DC plus American
American
Samoa,
Guam,
Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico,
Puerto Rico.
Guam.
Yes, I'm going to Guam and American Samoa next.
Oh, right.
Yes, so
There's Guam, right?
yes, I'm very excited to go and say thank you to my Guam Korean War veterans grandpas. Do we go this way?
Yeah, we can go around the back.
So-
Student letter I.
So to emphasize again, we started all the way over there
Yeah.
after 15 panels
Yeah.
of all the other countries. We're still in the United States only up to I.
Yes.
Just to give you a sense of just
And
how long
so
the list
everybody, the reason why I'm trying to raise awareness for the Wall of Remembrance is because these are real names. Okay, these are not just numbers, and I don't like, them being forgotten as a number. You know, right?
Yeah.
These are all our grandpas, your grandpas, your friends, your uncles. You know. And we're only in Iowa. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, we're up to Kansas now.
Now we're up to Kansas. I should have paused for California. I feel bad. I'm from California. But we'll stop in New York for you, John, because, and also Mr. Rangel's from New York and Louisiana. We're in Maine now, to my Maine grandpas. Thank you. Maryland. You know, all of you out there are my Marylanders. Massachusetts. And wow, there's a lot for Massachusetts and Michigan. Where's Mississippi? Oh, and we have panels have numbers, 87, 88. Michigan actually was one of the largest. It suffered one of the largest casualties.
Wow.
Yes. And here's Mississippi. And is it in, I just have to say, here it is, Jesse Leroy Brown. Jesse Leroy Brown. It was actually the first African Navy pilot, and he went missing. So do you remember Thomas Hudner? He was a co-pilot, and he went to North Korea in 2014 to try to recover his remains.
Yes.
And, you know, they have this very special bond. Stop here for New York,
Yeah.
for your home state,
Yeah.
and for Mr. Ringel. And New York, after California, suffered second largest casualty.
Right.
From what I know.
And the state of California alone had almost more casualties than the rest of the UN countries combined.
Wow, is this the end of America?
This is just the letter N, and it picks up on the back wall.
Oh my gosh, no way.
We're only about halfway.
Really?
Yeah. Just to give you a sense of, again, how big it is.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that's the usual reaction that I see when people come. They see that back wall and they go, wow, watch your step.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so the N picks up here,
Yes.
and then Wyoming's way down at the end there.
Oh yes, I went to Cody, Wyoming, to all my grandpas in Wyoming. Thank you as well. And again, so this is very different for me because last year, I didn't meet all of them from all of these states, right? So coming now and remembering their stories, remembering their faces is different. And this one, I think this is where the POWMIA is because it's the unknown.
Right. People ask me, these were soldiers about whom they had no known.
And so they still have not recovered the remains, and that's the final point that I want to make because let's not forget yes, we honor those who died, but let's not forget those who are still missing in action and unaccounted for because remember how I met so many of the families who are still grieving and yearning to just know what happened to their loved ones. And I am so grateful and happy that the 55 remains, right,
Yep.
Dan?
We just had those remains repatriated.
Yes, from recently.
Last month, yes.
Last month. Do you know that when I went to Honolulu, I saw them with my own eyes, the remains with my own eyes. So it's one thing to see it as a number, another to see it as a name, but to actually see the bones. This is why I'm doing this. I know I sound crazy when I do this, but this is why I'm doing this, everyone. So is this the end of the movie?
Oh, the way out is this way.
Oh, but well, I'm gonna still, yeah.
Sure, whatever you'd like to
You want to go to California?
do. Oh, sorry, did you want to go back to California?
Oh no, I think we're gonna end here. I want to show just the flags. Because the 16 United Nations and the 5 nations that provided medical support because this, I feel like, shows very well. And we're gonna end at this flame.
Sure.
So, can you explain the significance of this flame?
Sure, actually now that the fountains are on, they have some symbolism too. Are you rolling?
Yeah.
So the eternal flame, as you know, it speaks for itself. It never goes out in honor of all the fallen. And now the fountains are on. They come on and off throughout the day. There are 21 fountains, and they symbolize the 21 nations who sent aid to Korea, whether medical or combat support. The dome-shaped stone over there is to represent a soldier's helmet. And it might be difficult to see from this angle, but opposite that, there's a concave bit in the floor to represent a lotus flower, symbolizing peace. And it's the old Asian concept of the balance of war and peace.
Yes.
And just an FYI, we're actually in the process of looking for adding a 22nd one, but very, very recently the Korean government decided to classify Germany as a sending state, supporting state for Korean War.
Yeah.
So we're in the process of looking at updating all of our 21 of this and 21 of that to keep our symbolism up to date.
Ultimately, what I'm trying to say is, Dan, I think you would agree that, all of this, we are not trying to remember war to say, all of this is to secure peace on this peninsula because so much blood was shed.
Yeah, I think that's what we're all hoping for. That's what we're all working for.
Yes, and so thank you as an American, as a Korean American, for coming, both of you, to my motherland, my mother country, to bring my two people, right, Americans and Koreans, closer together. So thank you both. And yes, and again, not only to Americans, but to all those who came from all these different places, right? 6 continents, right? 6 continents. Thank you. And in Korean, I would say 감사합니다. And let's not give up on peace, you guys. Today is the International Day of Peace. So here we are at the United Nations memorial in front of the wall of remembrance at the reflecting pole to reflect and remember all the sacrifices that were made in hopes to achieve peace. Remember77.org. I end my journey in Korea here. Thank you. Bye.